How many of you want to study abroad, but money or fund has been the issue? Anyways, I've got that good news for you guys, but I want you guys to listen attentively because we're talking about loan. We're not talking about scholarship, right? We're talking about loan, life investment, because there's some people that actually go into this and for the rest of their life they actually keep paying the loan. Like I used to tell you, if it's not worth it, don't do it. As most of you know, if most of you don't know, right, I make my videos from Nigeria, right? You know, or you don't know, well, and I've tried to travel out many times, but then when I check my pocket, what I can afford is something I cannot afford, and that's why I decided to stay in Nigeria to study. So I remember I got a comment about one of my Japanese telling me, oh, why can't I use all this expense that I have my research to actually make research about companies that actually loan money? I was like, no, please, I have a better, I have alternative. So sometimes the only time I'll actually advise you to actually go for loan is when you don't have alternative. That's the only time. And then even at that, you have to be diplomatic about it. So I can actually study in Nigeria for a cheap fee, and me and the person that study abroad, we apply to the same job. So why would I go and spend the rest of my life paying loan? Why? Just because Nigeria is this, Nigeria is that. My dear, we go gather around to Nigeria together. Well, I'm living on the grace of God. You understand? I am living on the grace of God. So this is not me trying to discourage you that don't go for loan or anything, but I just want you guys to be careful, because when it comes to loan, when we talk about loan, we talk about interest as well, right? Yeah, you should know that when we talk about loan, we talk about interest as well. And I think is once you enter loan once like this, somehow your destiny will just be driving around that place, because you feel like even when you're supposed to manage yourself and do something, you feel like, Sheba, I can loan money, Sheba, I can easily loan money. But then if you know you have self-discipline, self-conduct, for me now, instead of me to borrow, instead of me to beg, instead of me to this, I rather stay in my house and drink garri. My house should be turned on like this. So we have different people, because the thing is, once you go and borrow fried meat from your neighbor, next day you'll be tempted to go and ask for fried fish. From there you'll be tempted to go and beg for jollof rice. But if you know that you have self-discipline, but once you've asked your neighbor for jollof rice, even if that your neighbor is frying fish, frying anything, you will not be tempted. Then go for it. But like I said, go for it only if it is worth it. And in that view, I'll be giving 17 tips about this loan. Like I told you, my own is not just to come here to just make video. Recently, I saw a video on Instagram about a medical doctor, a female doctor in USA. And most of you know, or if you don't know, USA is one of those countries that actually pay very well for their medical practitioners. A doctor for that matter, GP. Me say, I call the beef fast. Say, we say we go medical school. You know, it's normal to beef people, not beef in the bad way. Or like, okay, I was envious. Is he envious or beef or jealous? You know, when you see somebody that is actually realizing, actualizing the dream that you've wanted, you go be firm now. I am human, but I'm not beefing in battle. Oh God, see. So of course I went through her page, went through her channel and everything, and then that's why I saw one video when this auntie was talking about student loan, and she was talking about how the money she has made on Instagram, she has earned more money on Instagram than the money she has made as a general practitioner in USA. Then I was like, So these are one of those things I used to make my research and bring videos to you guys. Like I used to tell you, I'll be on my own. Instagram will recommend page for me. Website will just come. Regardless of how irrelevant that page is, I'll click to see. So that is to buttress all the points that I've been saying. So apparently she actually studied medicine in USA, and we all know how very expensive it is. And in that view, she had to study it on student loan. And now that she's done her exam, USMLE, she's earning money, she's actually still paying a whole lot of loan. She's owing somebody money. Whereas if you had studied your medicine in Nigeria, jeje, with maybe you went to UI, you went to Obafemi, even if jump, you pay your 2,500 naira, 100k per year. Are you going to owe anybody? Even if you are owing Lapo in Nigeria, how much is their clinical? So that's why I'm telling you that do it only if it's worth it. But then in that case, it's actually worth it, because being a medical practitioner is a lifetime investment. But in that view, she would have actually come back to Nigeria to study that medicine before going back. You understand? But the disadvantage is, if you actually study medicine in Nigeria, when you want to practice in USA, they will not give you all these their critical departments. You will just be like a general physician, assistant surgery, clinical. But then, as long as my salary is my salary, as long as nobody is sharing my salary with me, who do you help? So that is what I'm telling you. Don't go for the loan. For example, imagine somebody going for a loan and using it to do pilot training. I've mentioned list of some useless courses. I don't know if I've posted a video. Imagine somebody taking this loan, going for aeronautics engineering. In fact, the loan company cannot loan you the money. So before you actually loan the money, let it worth it. So the things I wrote, the tips to consider, right? These are the things to consider. So the first one is, when you actually loan this money, you can actually I'm losing daylight. You can actually spread the balance between 5 to 6 years, depending on less than 5. You can spread it how many, depending on the cost of your duration, depending on your agreement with the company. And then this scholarship, right? It can actually cover for your living expenses, your maintenance. So sometimes you might actually have money for your school fees, but maybe you don't have money for cost of living, you don't have money for this one, you don't have money for that one. So they can loan you money on living expenses, they can give you money for school fees, they can, as long as relating to education, they can actually loan you the money. So another thing you have to know is there is no consignor. There are some of these companies, they require for consignor, while some do not require for consignor. What do I mean by consignor? Consignor in layman's language is equivalent to guarantor or guarantee. Like before you borrow somebody, you have to go and bring somebody to hold them. If I did not pay, hold this person. So there are some that they'll just borrow you the money based on the grace of God. While there are some, they'll make it to go and call all your entire family member before they will give you. Even at that, when you call the president of your company. Then another thing that I want to tell you is, when I list the names of the companies, they are not in no particular order. Maybe this one is the best, this one is actually according to my own research. So another thing that I want to know is, when you actually loan money, after your first year, maybe if you do very well, they actually used to give scholarship or reward. In that video, they'll actually give you discount. For example, if you borrow $10,000, right? So if you finish your first year and you came first class or this thing, they can reduce 1,000 for you, 500. I don't know, depending on the company you loan money from, depending on anything, depending on. So that's why I'm giving you a lot of companies, and for you to check their contract very well. So, and it's best to actually go with this type of company that they actually have scholarship or reward for people that actually do very well. So in that view, that one will ginger you to be a first class or second class, so that they will start reducing your money you get. So another thing that I want to know is credit history. So like I said, some of them they actually require for guarantor, some does not require for guarantor. Then some, like, instead of asking for guarantor, or they don't request, they can actually ask for credit history. Like, you know what is credit history? Like, if you're outside the country, they have like a credit card, like if you've been borrowing money before, if you are paying back, if you're not paying back. So it is one of those things that you check. Now, because of what I say, I know what is already running through your mind, that okay, is it only people that is in these countries that they can borrow? No, they can actually loan this money to anybody, even if you're in Nigeria. Even if you're in Nigeria, you want to study in the UK, you can actually apply for this loan. If you're in Ghana, you can apply for this loan from any country of your choice. So whether you're in Nigeria, whether in Ghana, whether you're anywhere, you can apply for this loan. So like I said, all nationalities, regardless of where you are, you can apply for the loan. So another thing that I want to know is high interest rate. So sometimes, most times, why they actually charge for high interest rate is because depending on how much you are earning, right? Like, you know, when you want to loan money, you will tell, for example, if you want to come and meet me, please borrow me urgent 2K. If I tell you, okay, when will you pay it? If you tell me next year, I will reduce your interest rates, because I know I will see more money to collect in next year. Also, I will increase your interest rates, because I know that before the next 2 months, you'll be tired of paying my money, so I will increase it for you to pay, so that even when you stop paying, I know that I don't benefit more than I know. So if you want to borrow 2K, I say you pay me next month, I can decide to reduce. So it can just be different depending on this thing, but I know that they have high interest, and that's why I say I'm giving you a lot of companies, right, for you to check through, compare their interest rate. Don't just jump. Especially Nigerians, they feel like Nigeria is this, Nigeria is that. My dear, I'm in Nigeria making this video. The thing that does not kill you make you. but government will not reach our side. Don't go and jump and enter inside loan, because their interest rate, government. Imagine you collecting loan and you're working in UK that they're paying you £20 per year. You don't know where. Then another thing is, some of these loan companies, they can actually request you to be a permanent resident of a country, or a citizen, and some can actually request you to have lived for up to 18 months, up to 5 months. So that's why I said you can apply for this loan from Nigeria, from your own country. You can apply maybe 6 months after getting to the country. You can apply for different companies with different loan requirements. So another thing that I want to know is school or country restricted. Yeah, some of them are actually school or country restricted. For example, a particular company now, if you say you want to loan money, they'll tell you which school are you attending. You can tell them, okay, I want to attend this so school. They'll say no, they don't give loan for that school. So sometimes when you go to these loan companies, when you go to their website, they have list of schools that they have alliance with, right, that they can hold responsible, right? Just like when you order something in Nigeria, right, when you order something from a good vendor, right? Okay, let's say for example, you order things from Jumia. I'm sure you are familiar with Jumia. When you order things from Jumia, have you ever seen DHL come and deliver things from Jumia before? No, it's always their Jumia worker. So in that view, the way to hold Jumia delivery guy, hey, we say we should deliver TV. Where is the television? So some of these loan companies, right, they have particular university that they loan student money for. So even if this company is ready to loan you, and you say you want to attend something, they can say no, they don't provide loan for students of that school. It's not as if they have beef or anything. It's because that's where they actually have mutual agreement with, maybe to be tracking your scores, to be tracking your attendance, to be tracking your pay, or another thing is, when you're actually working in school, if you guys noticed, right? If you don't notice, let me tell you, when you actually get admission in a school, you submit your original certificate. Do you know that? I don't know if they do it in Nigeria. You submit your original certificate, your original document. They do it outside the country very well. I don't know their problem. Why? Because they don't want you to run away. They don't want you to do. You submit all your documents. So in that view, when you actually want to loan money from company A, and you want to study, for example, if you want to loan money from company A, and you want to study in maybe in a school. Okay, let me use the name of a school so that it will be everybody can understand. So let's say I'm actually a money loaning company, right? And then you actually want to attend Queen's College. So you came to me that you want to attend Queen's College. Then I checked my list. Queen's College is not in my list. I said no, I don't have loan to give people that actually want to attend Queen's College. Me and Queen's College, we are not fighting. But why I don't want to offer loan for people that will attend Queen's College? Because me and Queen's College, we don't have mutual agreement together. Because if I loan you now, nobody will help me to keep track on you. Nobody will be able to send me your attendance. Nobody will help me to know whether you collect your transfer. Because after you submitted your original certificate to Queen's College to get your admission and everything, at the end of your program, you can decide to not pay me my money. Then you collect your transcript, you collect your this, you go and get a job and you will jackpot. Now it's a loss for me. So that is why I cannot loan you money if you are going to Queen's College. So if you want to collect money from me, you have to go to King's College. Because me and King's College, we are like this. Before you have to say, please, that girl that borrow money from me, when last did they come to class? He's a good student, still coming to class. If you want to request your transcript from King's College will come. She came to request for her transcript. Do you understand that? Essentially, this is mostly to companies that actually give loan when you don't have consignor or when you don't have guarantor. So sometimes the only thing that they actually use to do your guarantor is your academic transcript, because they know that if they seize it, they've seized your life, your original documents, your this, not like seize. Like there's a way they track, because if they seize it, it's actually illegal, but there's actually a way they do it. But for it to be easier for them, they have to have mutual agreement with this school. So that's why when you get to some of these loan companies, they can tell you they don't offer loan for this particular school, or they are in the process of, or they are in the, I hope you understand that. So another thing that you want to know is country specific. Some can say they can actually loan you money if you are going to a school in US, in UK, in Canada, or in this thing. Some can be country specific, like I have explained to you. So I don't know if you can get loan from another country. Some can say it's only schools in Canada, some can say it's only schools in UK, some can say it's only schools in London, some can say it's only schools in Clinical. They can share come. So that's why I'm telling you all these things for you to prepare your mind. So then another thing is be sure you need a loan. I've said it before now. Be sure you need a loan. Don't take that loan just because Nigeria is not suitable for you and you are running away. It's better you move to another safe city in Nigeria. You're going to be coping with your life there. Because even people that have money, they will travel to UK and not be doing very useless nonsense courses. You know, I used to say it. Very useless courses. I say I have a video that is coming. So imagine you taking a loan and you're going to do useless courses. How are you going to get a job? How are you going to pay back? And in fact, another thing is, this loan too, somehow it is cost restricted. For example, there was one time I wanted to thank God for my life. There was one time I wanted to take loan for pilot training. I didn't know that course was useless. Like, it was not a viable course, right? I didn't know. So the loan company was like, in fact, it was not even in their league. So sometimes it's cost restricted, right? For example, if the course is too money demanding, for example, like medicine. If you want to loan money for medicine, that means you have to be a real citizen of that country, because it's a whole lot of money. Offereke company is very expensive. But then if it's some courses that maybe all these $10,000 consult, but the thing is, there are some of these companies, they offer up to $1 million. But that's why I said, depending. If you're a real life citizen, you can loan any amount you want, because they know you cannot run away. They have a way they do it. But then if you are coming from outside, they can tell you, they can just give you between this one and this one. They can't give you for this course. Or sometimes they will check the viability of the course. If the course is too expensive, if they know you not get a job after the course. If it's something like nursing, you get loan for nursing, because nursing is actually a viable course. You know, those type of this thing you get. Then what are the requirements for you to get this loan? You have your international passports. Okay, let me tell you the company. So now let's list the companies. So the first one on my list is, does not mean that's the best, Lendwise. The next one on my list is Junior Loan. The next one on my list is Discover. The next one on my list is Ascent. The next one on my list is Future Finance Student Loan. The next on my list is Prodigy Finance. The next on my list is Empower. The next on my list is Global Student Loan. The next on my list is Future Finance. It's different from the initial one. The next on my list is Sally Mali. The next on my list is Citizens. The next on my list is Lendkey. The next on my list is Steet. The next on my list is Sophie. The next on my list is College Avenue. The next on my list is Ernest. Then the last but not the least is Invest in You. So now, what are the requirements of things that you need? You need your international passport, obviously. You need your valid visa. Like I told you, some can give you from Nigeria, some can give you from your DC, so your valid visa to show you're actually a student. So another one that you actually need is admission letter, obviously. So most times, 100% of the time, before you apply for a loan, you have to get an admission first. That is an important criteria. You get an admission first, because you have to submit your admission letter, and then before you actually get admission, you have to go to this website and check their requirements and check the schools that they are eligible for. That's the first thing that you first check. Then when you check the school, that's when you now streamline. Not like you can get admission in King's College and then they are not giving loan for this thing, so you get admission for. The next one, this is proof of admission that you've been admitted. The other one is transcripts. Of course, all these your educational documents that you used to get admission. Then last but not least is SOP, statement of purpose. So you write a letter why you want to take the loan, why you want to pick the course, why you pick the country, why you don't have money, what this will do for you, your job prospects, your future prospects, your everything like that. So guys, that'll bring us to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. So these requirements, they are not limited to these. Different companies, they have more, right, depending on the company. So guys, that'll bring us to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.